So I just quickly have about 6 minutes of a formal talk that I tried to put together. And I said in the meeting earlier today, I'm not sure there's anything in here that nobody doesn't know already. But please amuse me by understanding that I put it together in a nice little package, and perhaps it'll be helpful. So, over 300 years ago, in 1666, English poet John Dryden said, "Trade, like blood, should circulate and flow freely." That is a concept I hope most of us in this room share. Open trade drives the world's economic engine. Why? It's the quickest and surest way to accelerate global growth, create jobs, and improve standards of living. Today I just wanted to step back a little bit by showing you this YouTube video. To step back from the busiest crossing in the world to the largest trading relationship that's under our feet right here, and say, what context are we living under? Why did this get created? And for us, these global shifts are what's important. The video reminds us all that even the most powerful nations, companies, and leaders must be attentive to shift, or risk being left behind. So today, I want to take a little bit of time to talk about a shift in business that we are seeing evolving from our observation deck as the world's largest carrier of commerce. It's a shift we believe is leading to a world of synchronized commerce. Synchronized commerce economically optimizes production, inventory, and the movement of goods in a fluid and rapid global supply chain. Increasingly in the last few years, UPS's markets for exports are moving beyond the North American border. As a matter of fact, almost a third of our profits internationally now in the last 5 years come from outside the US. That is within 5 to 8 years. The traditional model of moving goods directly from manufacturing country to export market is moving to a complex matrix of supply chain movement involving multiple countries, continents, and companies. In today's world of business, $1 trillion a day crosses national borders, and more than $1 billion of that trade is crossing the Canada and US border each day. That continues a long tradition between these two countries as each other's largest trading partners. In a synchronized business world, time and trade is emerging as the fundamental differentiator, and the response of regions, nations, and companies to meet these impending shifts of our time. Looking ahead, the next decade of shift will be spurred by even more trading intensity and by even more global connectivity. It will be a world in which business supply chains routinely span regions, hemispheres, and nations. So what are the catalysts for this shift? For one, we're going to continue to see the emergence of the new consumer markets in developing nations. I think you may have heard this statistic before. 1 billion people from the BRIC nations of Brazil, Russia, India, and China are expected to reach middle-class standing over the next decade. These consumers are eager to purchase North American goods and services. A UPS survey of Chinese urban consumers found that a new generation of Chinese consumers are eagerly interested and are feverishly purchasing North American goods, particularly fashion products, consumers, electronics, and appliances. With global demands for goods continuing to grow as countries gain economic strength, the need for fluid supply chains is even greater. For businesses large and small, technology and the growing ease of global commerce is making it possible for companies to segment different components of their operation. We at UPS see an accelerated shift in that regard, where research and development, production, component making, final assembly, marketing, and distribution now are all done where the best resources are available and where the most value can be added to the end product. That rarely today is in a single country. So while a largely manufacturing process once may have inventory gathering dust in warehouses, it's likely to be in motion, and it's likely to be in the hands of some motion experts. Products are made in China, finished in Canada, and sped from there directly to US customers, storefronts, hospitals, or home offices. Not sure if many of you know, but if you have young children and they buy Nike.com, Nike.com does not exist. Nike.com is a marketing company. UPS is Nike.com. I saw many Dell computers next door today. Do you know if your Dell computer breaks anywhere in the world, you walk into a UPS store, you hand it to UPS, where do you think the Dell laptop goes? UPS. We have people in white lab coats. They wear shorts just like I am under the suit. We repair the laptop. If we can't repair the laptop, we get a new laptop, move your data to the new laptop, and ship it back to you within 24 hours. If you lose your American Express credit card anywhere in the world, we have people sitting in vaults in Louisville, Kentucky, reproducing your credit card to get it back to you within 24 hours. So, to me, the reason Shift Happens video is important is we all need to understand that the business that we knew and grew up with is not the business we know today. And I've been learning for 22 years and I'll continue to learn. But these new trends and these new processes and these new solutions, that creativity comes from North America. And specifically it comes from Canada and the United States. So investing in innovation, investing in education, and investing in centers of research excellence is what's still really important. So while it made sense for the 20th century trade manager to focus on the impact of tariffs, 21st century trade experts must be focused on the variable of synchronized commerce, and more specifically, time and trade. That's not necessarily just about speed. It's about ensuring that each component of the value chain arrives at precisely the right location, at precisely the right time, and at the most competitive, non-burdened cost. All this has much to do with borders as it does with production. Managing time and trade has emerged as a key enabler when competing in the global distribution of value. So what do these shifts mean to our North American partners? To be honest, they challenge us in a couple of important ways that are much more about human nature and emotion as they are about logic. One such challenge is complacency. In an era when time and trade is gaining in importance, factors like bottlenecks at border crossings and regulatory red tape all present consequences that take on much larger impact than ever before.